The first one was that yesterday when we were talking about the all the Aries energy and the new stuff coming in, you had mentioned that this was the same energy of like the Civil War and all this different stuff. And I see like a lot of that on the internet. So I kind of also
Yes.
to talk about positive things that happened in those transits too. So not always just kind of, I mean, I think it's important to recognize those things, but I also think it's like there's so much that we can't control with regards to that in our day to day life that it's also nice to know opposite things. Uh,
100%.
and
Well,
then,
I learned from someone who came to my class with Emily that the American arts and crafts movement started during that time too.
oh,
So
that's
like
cool.
to like the tactile, well, not a return. There was very much like the tactile arts and crafts and so that feels like I feel like I'm seeing more and more of that where people are like they're wanting to go analog. They're wanting to go back into living their life in a tactile, immediate way.
Yeah,
And part of that I think is going to be crafting.
I love that.
So I feel like that feels significant.
It also feels evident in the like trends of like returning to more like I was just reading this article that the new Soho house that's opening, it is focused on like farm living and is very much like it's the new wellness that they're focusing
Yes.
on.
Like, well, they
It
did
doesn't
the
have to do
farmhouse.
with like social luxury. It has to do with like a return to a different pace of life luxury,
Yes.
which I thought was really interesting. And also you just see the trend happening like all over the internet, which is like people going it down a different path of what it means to have like a good life. And the other article that I read was like clean food is the new luxury. Like it has nothing to do with like buying expensive physical items. It's like your new sign of wealth is that you can like afford good food.
And yes, and I think Be Offline is another one that I've seen too. Yeah, the Soho House thing is interesting. I thought they were trying to re-privatize it, but then the deal fell through. But like they had, I don't know if that's true, but
I
but
don't
I
know.
think that there's this real thing that's happening more and more, which is these instead of like golf courses, you have farm communities.
Yeah.
Um, but the thing is that farming isn't just leisure, it's really fucking hard work.
Yeah.
And I think people forget that.
Yeah.
Like there's a kind of idealization of it, but it's really, really hard work. And I think that I'd love to see a return to really honoring that. And
Well, I don't think the people that are going on the new Soho House like vacations are like doing the hard work, but they're absorbing it
yes,
proxy of those who are doing the work for them. But I even think just that is like creating an awakening of like what it takes to receive the benefits of those things because it's happening on the property. It's not like they're not seeing it, like there's this spot
you
that
take
I
that.
love.
But I feel that way about like all material. Like buying a house, it's like a house has to be built. There has to be plumbing,
Yeah.
there has to be electricity put in. There's the architecture, there's foundational. There's a lot of labor involved. And I feel like we've become really disconnected in all markets, but especially in luxury markets. It's like, it's so funny. Do you ever see those memes where it's uh there'll be a photo of a house from like 1700 and then a super modern house, and under the house from 1700 it's like no architecture schooling, no, no you know just built a house, and then you look at what takes 7 degrees to build now and is void of all character, and it's like, why did we lose that connection to how things are built?
Yeah.
Like people, I feel like when life was harder, and I'm not advocating that we, go back to a time when everything was incredibly arduous, but we've gone to the other extreme where we don't seem to value or feel connected to how things are made.
Well, I think it's about quality and time. Like, I lived in that house in Malibu that burned down, but before it burned down, obviously, we lived there, and it was built in the '40s, and we had, like, insane rains when we lived there, like, some
Mhm,
of the worst rains in the history of that area,
mhm.
and our old house did not spring one leak,
Yeah.
and then all my friends who lived in, like, the super nice modern, like, mansion houses were, like, posting about how they had so much water coming in and
What happened?
exactly, but I think it's because they're trying to build it's like they're not taking the time to do it.
This is what I'm saying, or the materials are
The
cheaper and,
a
like,
big thing is the materials.
so I do wonder if we're gonna see a return I to and we have a housing crisis, we need to create more housing and all of that, but I do think that we just don't seem to feel as connected really to the material world, and I don't mean just in terms of acquisition, but, we are disconnected.
Hallie
I
and I
don't
were
think
talking
it's just
about,
me,
like sorry, what?
I don't think it's just me, like, I'm not saying I am uber connected, right, to the earthly plane and the but I just feel like we've gone to this extreme, right, where and I do think there's gonna I mean, right, that the careers are gonna be more and more valued are careers that are blue collar.
Well, this is what we were talking about is that we're like, because everyone asks us, like, "Are you gonna put Asher in school?" And, like, "What's your plan?" And all these different stuff, and we were talking, and he's like, the thing that I think my thing is that I just wanna, like, get him tutored in, like, math and stuff like that because I think I could teach him, like, pretty much everything else, like, I want him to, like, have a math tutor and, like, do sports and go to music class and, like, the things that I can't teach him, but, like, I think a lot of things I can teach him, and, like, homeschooling isn't that hard from what I understand from, like, what's required of the curriculum as far as, like, what you have to do. But Tyra was like, "I think it's more important that he learn a trade, not that he needs to, like, become a plumber, but to have the knowledge of a tradesman." He's like, "I even think because when he was inside, he did a lot of welding." And
Mhm.
he's like, "I even think about I should go get, like, my certification for that because all these hard skills are like becoming lost and we should be instilling it in our son that he should know how to do one or multiple of these things as a life skill. Like it doesn't have to be his career.
Yes, but
But
I
it could
don't
be.
I'm just gonna counter, I don't think they're going away, I think they're well, there's certain things that are just necessary, plumbing, electricians, all of that, but I think even the artistry, like my nephew at his boarding school is studying blacksmithing, which is so
So
cool.
cool.
He's, like, at this boarding school in Colorado, and it's very tactile, and it's all about these different skills, and I think it's super important, and I think that we have over-indexed th the kind of esoteric. I think there's a place for all of it.
You mean there's an explosion of the beta male who can't do anything?
It is really crazy, though, being with young people who can do
Literally
everything.
everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that how first of all, how inept I feel most of the time, just being like but it's so different. It's really so different from the men that I was raised around,
Yeah.
and it's it it's almost, like, alarming.
Have you seen that South Park episode where all the plumbers and everyone are like the richest kings of the town?
But I feel like that's
So
first of
funny.
all, I feel like that was the thing. Well,
Yeah.
it was like how people start also, people used to start in a trade and then build a company and then work their way up and then own it, right? So we're just I think we're just divorced from the kind of procedural aspects that used to govern our lives,
Mhm.
right? Like, I
Yeah.
don't know. It just seems like I do think Neptune in Aries is gonna shift this idea of limitlessness because someone's gotta pay the bill. It's like when people say, well, the government, who do you think is paying the government? The government doesn't generate income.
You're paying.
Yes.
I don't know if you heard of taxes, but that's where the government makes its
Yeah,
money.
like it's really interesting to me. Like, and what creates capital? Capitalism. Like,
Yeah.
you need industry, right? So I think that we are we are under the illusion that like the bill doesn't stop anywhere. Like it doesn't. It just. I guess you can just print money and what, but then inflation. Like there's just no. Also, yeah, I think it's problematic. We seem to be divorced. I think it was like the beginning of it was all, well, not the beginning of it, but also everything being cashless.
Hmm. Which I hate so much. I was in a coffee shop recently and there was like a day worker like trying to buy a coffee.
Hmm.
And the guy was like, sorry, like we don't take cash. And it's just like, so now the people that are like building this neighborhood like can't buy a coffee.
Yeah, all of that.
Like I just was so,
Did someone there just buy him the coffee?
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that this is problematic. But I do wonder if there's going to be some kind of correction around it. Not to be
Well,
Pollyanna, but I think it's attractive when people can do things.
yeah, it's like most attractive.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm not even just saying romantically. I'm just saying in general.
No, I remember my friend Lucas, I had my um sink incinerator was broken and and I told him he was at my house, he was like we were cooking, he was cleaning the dishes and I was like, "Oh, my garbage disposal is broken." And he just like opened the bottom of my sink and like took the whole thing out and then I took it outside and like reassembled it and put it back and fixed it. And I was like, I don't understand what just happened. I was like, you're the first person I've ever met who has any skills. Like, this is
But don't
crazy.
you want Asher to? I feel like that's what Tyler's saying. You want Asher to have that done.
Totally. 100%. I don't want to raise a child in a digital era who doesn't know how to like fix anything. Even like my car died the other day and my friend Brian, who's like really into cars, came over to help us. And then he charged the car and then was kind of telling me what to do to make sure that it wasn't like something really wrong with the battery. And he's like, it could be a circuit, but then he opened like the breaker of my car, which is like a 2024. And he's like, I don't know what this is. This is a computer at this point. Like it doesn't, even
Yeah,
people who know about things
he does
have been
not like
like,
cars
oh,
that have that he can't fix, that he can't
yeah,
go, because a mouse chewed through our car
yeah,
and he was able to fix it
yeah.
because and yeah, that's like a big thing for him. He doesn't he
More like new
likes
car.
things that, yeah, require an engineering mind that you can actually look at and fix. But
Hmm.
also they say, like, I see all these things on X where these posts where people are like, I don't need a washer dryer with this many bells and whistles. How come the washers from like 95 still work and the ones from 5 years ago break?
Yeah.
We just are making shit, basically, is the is the where the quality has gone way down. But I think
Well, I also think like it's failure. It's also failure by design, right? It's like there's a reason why you have to get a new iPhone every few years. It's like they make it so that you have to keep buying stuff.
yeah, built
Whereas
in.
like that wasn't a value
No,
back
longevity
when. Yeah, exactly.
was the value.
Yeah. I mean, that's how I buy like all my clothes and jewelry and stuff. Like I buy it based on does this have resale value? And also, is it a material that will last a very long time? Like
Yeah.
that's why I don't buy things that are like trendy or fast fashion, not only for the ethical
Mhm.
argument around all of that, but also because it's just a fucking waste of money.
Correct.
Like you're not making any investment. Whereas like if I buy like a beautiful like suede something or like really nice cotton or linen or whatever, like it has a lifespan.
It feel I think it feels good to invest in heritage brands or new
Right.
brands that are like becoming heritage. I'm obsessed with Imogene and Willie here for that
Okay.
reason.
Okay, I don't know
Like,
them.
oh, they're on 12 South. They started here, then they opened in Austin on South Congress, and they make jeans. They started as a jeans company, but it's all American heritage, and they partner with American heritage brands. But they actually they started this thing called the Cotton Project. So they make things in America. And they just like, it's great if you go to the store and you buy jeans, they hem them for you. And
Oh, they
they're,
do that at my favorite jean store in the 90s, Jean Country.
yeah, it's so good. It's such an amazing company. And the
Yeah.
like my super fancy friend's husband, I took when they came to visit, I took him and he was like, this is the best store ever. And like went nuts there. I was like, I'm telling you.
This
But
reminds me that to tell everyone that I'm launching 2 hard products.
are you?
Yes.
Share.
So the first one is a graphic sweatshirt limited run.
Graphic tees.
I sourced 20 vintage sweatshirts that are plain.
Hmm.
So it's upcycling fashion.
Yeah.
And then I'm finally, for those who have watched and listened, printing Wellness is Dead sweatshirts. So
Exciting. When,
there's a
when, where do we buy them?
so I have to send them to the printer now because I just got the sweatshirts today.
Mhm.
And so I think they'll probably be available in like mid-February. There's only 20 of them in the beginning. I like want to see if they hit and how people respond to them.
You're gonna
That
have baby and sell sweatshirts at the same time.
at the same time. Yeah. And then on top of that, so it's really cool. And then I also got stickers too, which I'll send stickers for free with my sweatshirt.
Oh,
Um, but the whole thing aligns with also the other thing that I'm launching, which is like a wellness box.
oh, that's right.
It's
Love
a
it.
collaboration with my friend who has a store in Malibu. And it started because my brother's boyfriend asked me if I knew of any wellness subscription boxes that would be good to get my brother for his birthday. And I was like, no, I actually like, don't know about that because I just felt like I feel like subscription boxes never are good.
Hmm.
Like I've been introduced to some of them and I'm always just like, this is tacky, this is cheap, this is easy, whatever. But I Googled just to like confirm. And all I found was just like, it's like to me, people are stuck in like in like 2016 in a bad way, which is what I also wanted to talk about this 2016, 2026 trend, which we'll get into next. Have you been seeing this
Is
on
there a
the
trend around that? Because it's been a decade.
I don't know. I was wanting to know if it was like an astrological thing, but like I even did a post about it because I was like, everyone is posting that 2026 is the new 2016. Maybe because it's
I
like
mean,
numerologically aligned.
astrological. The 2017 makes more sense astrologically. 2016,
Okay.
and also 2016 was like Saturn Neptune square. We're going into the Saturn Neptune conjunction. Last time that happened was 89. Like, I don't,
You should post about this and be like, correction.
I do they mean because it's like we're returning to pre-COVID and like when the internet was just when the algorithm was just kind of starting to take off and life felt not as I mean, I don't think there's
I don't know where it's come from. I just know that I started seeing it everywhere. And so I like looked up 2016 on my phone and I was like, okay, I guess if this is like 2016, it's kind of going to be a good year. Like, I don't fucking know. But, anyways, all the wellness is like that, like powders and optimizing and like things, everything that we've talked about that I just think is like, that's why I think wellness is dead because it's like too much all the time.
it's too
So,
much stuff. It's like I actually I cut it all out. I mean, I'm taking like psyllium husk or whatever to help fiber, but like, it's okay.
tell me you're a Jew over 40 without telling me.
No, I mean,
I'm taking my fiber, but I don't know what else I gotta take.
no, I think it can be I just think it can be overload.
I mean, it's so stressful. It creates more stress trying to be well than it should because there's too many choices and there's too many people telling you what's going to make you the best version of yourself.
I know. I just think a lot of it is uh, without actually an expert helping you and looking at your blood. But even that, I feel like it's just like it's like a new version of pill popping.
That's why I think that's why this box is something I'm really excited about because it's seasonal and it's designed to like sync you energetically just with the energy that's already existing. It has nothing to do with like, yes, it's something you're buying, but it's like tools to connect you inward that help you feel the energy around you so you can move with your own
It sounds like what
wellness.
Moon Canyon was doing. They're not doing it anymore. I don't think they have bucks, but it sounds like theirs was all very like from the earth and very connected, but it was their stuff.
Yeah, it's
Sounds
like
amazing.
it's really cute, it's really sweet. It's like it's just like a journal and incense and like a bath soak and like just like winter stuff.
Simple.
That's like very simple, that helps you create ritual and helps you listen and helps you connect. And then you can be your own best guide. In the era that we are going to see so many gurus and teachers fall, we all need to learn to return to our own inner knowing. And I think that's where like true wellness comes from.
I think that's 100% true. I think
Yeah.
Daniel is away, so I am. He's been away when I've done this, so I've been in charge of the dogs. I think that's great. So how do we sign up?
So we're launching it. I guess this is like a preemptive reveal, but um we are launching it probably like next week because we just took all the photos and we're just waiting for one more component to come in, which is just this like cute postcard that we ordered to go in it. Um,
Amazing.
and then we're gonna put it live and then people can order and you can either subscribe to like just get one box and see how you like it, or you can subscribe to get 4 boxes a year. It's just like winter
This
sale.
sounds perfect.
It's super sweet and it's just like I'm creating it for the consumer that is me, that
That's
like
it.
to consume things, but wants them to be like highly curated and like a very high quality. And also, every single one of the brands that we're working with has the same ethos of everything that we're talking about. Like, we know them or personally, or we know what they're about. And, I think
So
that's also,
it's truly curation. That's basically
yeah.
what you're saying.
It's a curious, and that's the thing. I was like, when my brother's boyfriend asked me, and I was thinking, like, how the idea hit me so hard. I saw everything just so clearly. I was like, literally, if there's one thing that all of my years in this space have taught me, it's like, I know what's good and I can help guide you there. And that's like what I do for my friends, anyways. And so I'm excited because I feel like, yeah, it's just a really good place to start with yourself and also to like unwind. Like, this whole more is more culture is like so dead. It's like less is actually more.
Yes, but I think it's different from the minimalism trend.
Well,
Meaning like design wise. I feel like people want more color and character in their homes, but
yeah.
just not more just for the sake of more. Like things have I think people want more color back in their lives.
Well, I can't tell you how many people message me like, you know, example, like, so what do you think? Like, should I be taking CMOS? Should I be taking this? Should I be taking that? Like, they're getting flooded with so much wellness content at this point that it's creating an energy of stress for them to decide what it is that they should be consuming.
It is overwhelming.
It's
I
just
find it
so
overwhelming.
much. I find it overwhelming too. Like, and I'm just like, I honestly have checked out. Like, I don't fucking know about CMOS. Like, I'm not interested in it absorbing more stuff into my, unless it's like I'm targeting a specific issue, right? But I'm not just gonna like slap one more thing into my fucking smoothie. Like, I don't, and I just find it to be such a boring conversation at this point of how wellness is being discussed.
Yeah.
I think we've like lost the plot as far as what does that even really mean? Because also like so many of these brands that um sell wellness don't do it in a conscious way as far as like all their sourcing is concerned and packaging and all the different things. It's like it's just become a very hypocritical, overrun space.
Which is what
And
happens. And
yeah,
so I think it's just like pulling it back to the what's simple
but I've spent the last 4 years trying to figure out how I can be of service in the realm of health and well-being, which is what I feel like is like my actual like calling and purpose as far as like what I can give to people.
and
Like
so you're doing it, but like you're it sounds like you're just curating something that you yourself would use.
and things I do use.
Yeah, that's
And
good.
like the box is just the beginning. It's
Yeah.
just the physical, like you're saying, the tactile, physical representation of an energy and of something that's unfolding in a new way. But it's interesting that you said there's like this return to tactile because it felt like it was important to actually ground it in something physical and not just have it be something that I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think that's gonna increase even more when Saturn goes into Taurus. I mean, but I think the
Mm.
fire and air, it's the immediacy piece. I think people want things that feel immediate, and so the tactile is like the reminder that we're here, and I also think there's
Yeah.
right? To fire and air, there's, like, gonna be more of a desire to ground in, right? The other elements don't just disappear, but I think yeah, I just feel like the theme that I keep seeing, and maybe it's just because I talk about it a lot, or is community, and
Yeah.
not community that you pay into, or that, like, not a commercialized community. I mean, that'll happen because it always happens, but people just literally showing up for their neighbors, like, it's not that
Right.
complicated, like, just, you know, can you lend your neighbor some sugar or eggs or whatever, just literal, do you show up in your immediate community, not because it's commercialized in a way, but because you see the value of togetherness and that piece of it, right? I also think there's something different. Like, I feel quite connected to the community out here, but they're not my closest friends I've had for 20, 30 years. Like, it's okay. I don't need my community to be my deepest, longest friendships.
Right.
It's a different thing, and it can be that, and it
Yeah.
has value in that.
Yeah, it's interesting too because I feel like, the past 6 years, crazy, like, crazy that's in March, it'll be 6 years since COVID happened. Like, that's actually
That's
fucking
insane.
crazy.
Yeah.
But the past 6 years, I think, have been such a snow globe of, like, values
Hmm.
for everyone and having to kind of clarify those in a very real and deep way. Um, and I think that it makes sense to me that community now is sort of like is I think there's like a reintegration that's taking place of understanding where shared values are very important and where certain things like don't matter. Like I think that either people have chosen to completely isolate into communities that like all have full like-mindedness, or they've accepted that it doesn't always have to be like that. Like in a lot of the places that we visited on our road trip, like it was a very mixed bag of people that were in community together.
That's what I'm experiencing, the
Yeah.
latter. I don't know what the beliefs are, but we're not, it's post COVID in terms of it being inflamed, but I don't know, but it's
But also like, does that matter? Like if your neighbor is like super opposite than you in every way, like pro-life and whatever. I mean, I don't know. I'm not even gonna put on you what your things
mm,
are. But
right.
and for me to shove myself into those categories is very annoying because I feel like everything is so nuanced and I'm more interested in conversation than I am like deciding what I am at any given time. But even if you're someone who's like, well, they think this, they're Catholic, I'm Jewish, they're this, I'm that. Okay, but do they have the value of like showing up for you if like you need your car like dug out of the snow? Like, are they there checking on you in like
That's
certain
what I'm saying.
do they come and, like, jump your car? Like, are there values just in, like, humanity that don't have to do with things that are outside of us that we learn on the news or the tribalism that we've been
That
told to adapt.
that's what I mean about immediacy. It's like what is actually a part of our immediate communities and needs, right?
Yeah.
So
I
I feel
also have
like that's the really significant piece. It's like, and that's we've just because we've gone. I don't. So I'm like I just I think all the time about my time in the East Village in my 20s, and how you didn't have social media. So I would just go to this
I think I lost. What'd you say?
I would just go to this coffee shop in my 20s and in the East Village, and I met the most amazing people, but I couldn't be on my phone. It wasn't a thing. I
Right.
could, so I was in conversation constantly with people in real life, and I think most humans crave that and miss
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah. And like,
Just like
um,
and just like shoot the shit conversation. I really I really also think I feel like there's just um you, I really miss characters.
I know you're always saying
And
this.
I think it's the New Yorker in me. I mean, I
No,
have
I
a little
feel
bit,
that.
but just like people who really kind of beat to their own drum and like I just think we don't see as much of it in terms of everyone's faces look the same, everybody's wearing the same thing. I wonder if we're going to crave more Spitfire personalities.
Well, it's like idiosyncrasies have been overdiagnosed to the point. Uh, Carlos, stop. Shh, Carlos, go outside. Go outside. Oh my God. When the big and the little fight.
Yeah, because of the comparison. I think that's true. I think there's so much comparison that I think people feel like if they share it, if they share anything, no matter what it is, that they're going to be attacked for it. And that's a real bummer. But maybe all the fire is going to bring people saying, I don't give a shit.
I mean, I personally feel like that. Or I feel like the pressure cooker of the past few years has like turned me internally more into a diamond than a pile of goo.
Yeah.
Like, there was the phase where it was very much like I want to hide and not exist and not share, and that I felt that transforming inside of me. But now on the other side, I'm like, I want to be so much more about it because I realized there was some value in the burn
Hmm.
and
Well,
the
it's humbling. I think
yeah.
it's important I also think it's, I think that this idea that everyone has to be right all the time.
Oh,
Yeah, like the moralizing, right? It's like I'm a better person. I don't know. I feel like the really best person, it's like I don't even fucking know their name because they're doing so much shit for everybody around them and like their community or whatever that they're not. I don't know.
either
I know.
I'm either I'm right or I know.
Yeah, but what does it mean to know? This is something that actually I was thinking about. It's like, what does it mean to know? There's like an intellectual versus like a deep unknowing. And normally the deeper knowing is truly deeper knowing is I don't know. I don't know, you know? And I, I'd rather be in the genuine I don't know. I don't, there's all, I don't, you can just run circles because it's like on some level, relativism is really important. Like different subjective viewpoints are really important, but also without some kind of shared objective truth like gravity.
Mm.
And also, I do think that a lot of people are angry and they want to be angry. I know that in the, like in my depressive spells or my like it it can be addictive it can be a you know to feel angry, to feel mad. It's like a righteousness, and I do think some people really get off on being angry because and I think there's something young about that.
I mean, it's like I understand it on some level because obviously there's so many things in the world that like make you feel like that,
Mhm.
that make you feel angry that it's happening, that people are being treated so unjustly, that there's so much violence, that there's corruption, like
But that's been since the beginning of time.
exactly. And like I just don't feel like the way that we build a better world together is by being in a state of reactivity towards what's already happening. Like not to say that we can't have empathy or that we can't help in places that make actionable sense for us. But like, okay, I saw Mark Ruffalo at the Golden Globes. Did you
Oh,
see?
I can't.
No, but what struck me was how horrible he looks.
Oh, like unhappy.
Like he looks so swollen, like he's
Mhm,
on like some type of really high dose of like prednisone or something like
mhm.
that. And which I don't think that's what it's coming from. I think it's coming from holding so much and always being
But
so
it's very selective on what fits his agenda,
yeah,
you
of
know?
course.
But I will say, that aside, this is new. Did you see Task?
No, is that oh, that's the movie?
No, it's a show. I think
Oh,
it was the best show of 2025. It was
oh,
so beautifully well done. Yeah,
we can separate the art from the artist.
I can. I don't understand, like,
I mean, I still listen to Michael Jackson, so whatever.
Roald Dahl thinks
Yeah.
thinks it is a massive anti-Semite. I think he's the best children's book author of all time. Like I don't I separate them, but I I do, and I don't frankly I don't love Mark Ruffalo as an actor, but but
His best work
this
going on 30. He peaked.
but this it's the same Inglesby. So this is my neighbor's dog. So I have 3 neighbors' dogs that come over every day and don't ever want to leave.
Oh
And
my god.
this is one of them, and she is Molly. Molly likes to ask for attention nonstop, and she wouldn't leave right before the hi.
Oh my god.
She wouldn't leave right before.
Oh, by the way, circled back on Willow and we are keeping her.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Um, so yeah, yeah. Um, I don't know. I just but so the show, it's the same guy who did Mayor of Easttown.
Oh, I love that.
So it's town in Philly, outside of Philly, and it's really an exploration of faith, but it's so well done and
Mm,
so layered, and you're like, "Oh, this is what really intelligent, great storytelling
mm,
is," because it's few and far between.
I love that.
Uh, but he as a I can't deal with the here's my massive issue with the moralizing and righteousness is like, you don't have any flaws as a human being. You're a perfect husband. You're a perfect father. You don't
Yeah.
ever explore where you may have made mistakes in your life, where you are not showing up, in your towards your immediate, where you're holding anger towards your parent. You're perfect. You're perfect. You have nothing to explore in your immediate life.
Yeah.
You have nothing to take responsibility for. You have nothing to improve. There's no humility in it. And that's what drives me crazy. It's like,
And it just looks like he's carrying everything with no release. And I think that's like the indicator of way more imbalance than balance.
yeah, I just think it's like, I'm not a proponent of nonstop navel gazing, but I do think we need to bring back humility and like exploring where and being honest that we're flawed and imperfect. And I don't mean that like pitch a tent there and say, okay, I'm flawed. That's an excuse for everything. But personal development and maturation gets buried under constant moralizing. It's a
Mhm.
way to avoid it, right?
Yeah.
If the system and everybody else is the problem and then it, it's a way to avoid personal grief, personal mistakes, personal regrets. It's just an
Yeah.
avoidance strategy. Like, that's what I see when I see that. I don't see, "Oh, this is a really good person." I see, this is someone who, by the way, he's obsessed with things that he has no direct connection to,
Yeah.
right? No direct connection. So, and like, is sitting on millions and millions and millions of dollars. I'd like to see on his tax revenue how much is given to charity.
Uh,
And trying to decipher it, being like, socialism is a gorgeous idea. Great. Give 85% of your salary.
well, she lives in California, so she already fucking is.
And what, I thought she lives in New York. And here's this. Why don't you make the exact same that the Grit makes on your movies,
Yeah.
that the DP makes, that the catering makes? Why don't you make that? You think socialism, why don't you do that?
Yeah. So real.
That's socialism.
Yes.
Henry, I know you hate when I'm on the phone, or Hugo. It's like my parents would be like, Danny, Sammy, Nikki, Alex, the four of us.
Is that why you say it like that?
And then I feel like I call Hughes, I call him Henry. I do with my dog.
Well, whenever we were there, you were like, Audrey Hugo, like every time. That's why.
Just a little bit longer. But that's my thing, is like, here's another thing, working with people every day, all day, around their personal stuff, is that ideology really gets in the way.
Hmm.
Because I'll have clients who are dating and they're like, but isn't it supposed to be like this? And I'm like, how does the relationship feel to you?
Right.
That's your mark, right? We're so stuck in ideology and framework and diagnostics. And it's like, what is your experience? And also, newsflash, you bring shit to the relationship. Right? So I think that there is just this over focus on everything out there and ideologies and moralizing, and it's like, it kind of all feels like an avoidance strategy to me. Not that there aren't real things that need addressing, but either do something or don't.
I know, it's like maybe it's just because I have like a young kid and I'm pregnant or something, but it's like my desire to like fight in the way that I once felt. Like I feel like the best fight that I can offer is to lead like revolutionary family. Like not like I just don't feel like during COVID, it's like the fight was so futile. You know what I mean? Like the world imploded on its own. I resisted and I didn't play into it. And sure, things were lost, but it wasn't gonna stop the fucking bullet train that was whatever the fuck all of that was. And like the best thing that I could have done was just do what I did, which is manage it in my own life as best as I possibly could.
I think that's anything by and large. But I mean, listen, but then archetypally, Shakespearean, we all have our roles to play, right?
Yeah.
So I also think a really
Right.
important
Like
society.
I'm not the hit the street type.
Right, but I also think a really, really important part of
Take
society is the gesture to
yeah,
the crown, right? And
yeah,
being able to call truth out. A lot of comedy has stopped doing that. Ricky Gervais hasn't stopped it, but a lot of comedy has stopped doing that. But I think that's a very important role
yeah.
in society.
Yeah,
Um,
sacred clown, the only person in the kingdom who was able to make fun of the king.
yes, a really, really important archetypal role.
Yeah.
And so I think it, it's all nuance, but I think again, like, comedy is as old as time. Like, there are these things that are corruption is as old as time. Giving is as old as time. It's like, because human nature is the same.
Like
It's not changing.
something that I feel like angry about, like let me just like neat is like when I see videos of people who live in rural America who have like hundreds of acres of farmlands that have been like taken over by AI data centers and like all their
It's
water
infuriating.
getting poisoned and their animals and their land and it's ruining just everything about where they live. It's like they live in like fluorescent lighting 24 hours a day now. There's no sky because the data
No,
center is
it's
running.
awful.
That makes me so mad, but it's like, what am I gonna do about it? I'm still using AI. Like this is the fucked up thing.
Yes, and this is personal culp. This is I use a cell phone. Where are cell phones? The chips that make cell phones
Yeah.
relies on child slave labor. I'm
Y
using a cell phone.
yeah.
Like, that's personal humility of being part of whatever you wanna call it. But I feel like did we have this conversation? I feel like movies in the '90s, there were all these movies that were about I said this like a million times. There were all these movies that were about taking on corporations
Yeah,
because of their practices.
we just talked about this last time.
Oh, we did. Okay. We said. So I think that, like, also, we if we start telling those stories again, it becomes there's more accountability, right? So
Yeah.
is that you, Hughes? Okay.
Well, that would require the decapturing of Hollywood. Like, I watched the Golden Globes and I watched the Critics' Choice Awards because I like, I'm just still like
I
industry.
Daniel and I saw that Brazilian film, The Secret Agent. Come here, Henry, inside.
Oh, good.
Inside. What are you doing? Inside. Yeah, it was actually a really, really well done film. You're gonna stay
Mm,
outside? Um, it's not what I was expecting at all. I thought it was
mm,
gonna be more like The Night Manager, Brazil style,
mm.
but it was super, super well done. I My favorite film of the year is Sentimental Value
I haven't.
last time. But it's Secret Agent is really worth watching. And then we watched It Was Just an Accident, the Iranian film last night.
Mm.
That's up for all the awards. I have to say the foreign films really brought it this year.
Well, that's because of what I was just about to say. Is that like when I'm watching Chelsea Handler do the Critics' Choice Awards, all of her like personal agenda and politics comes through,
Yes.
and
Yes.
staying in a room of people that she assumes share those values with her. So Hollywood, in the sense of the social element of it, is still very much this is the democratic liberal capture zone, and we are still afraid on some level to question back on that, which means once you start pushing back on certain corporations, it's a fucking ball of yarn and it leads you to so much corruption in the government that of
Yes.
people that you have put your trust into and put your alignment into. And so I think like it's not surprising to me that the foreign films are leading the way right now because they don't share that cool kids club thing with the executives in Los
Well, they're
Angeles.
just telling a story. Like they're telling a story, and it's right. It's not a boardroom saying we approve this script or we don't approve this script. It's like it's just telling meaningful stories with artistry. And also, what I love about foreign films is they don't insult the audience's intelligence.
Yeah, and um they don't have to put tie everything perfectly in a bow.
That Yes, all of that. So I this year I feel like
Hey,
the foreign films really, really brought it.
do you want to say hi to Willow? Okay.
Let me see. Yeah. I love her. I'm so glad you're keeping her. I love her.
I know I said come up, but I might get down. It's fun to see that you were a beautiful girl.
It's a beautiful girl.
A beautiful girl.
I My dog voice.
It's a beautiful girl.
I mean, you gotta chill out. This is really not easy when Daniel's not around to help.
I also feel like we haven't really seen like what this year has to offer by any means yet. Like
At all.
we're
That's the line. I
still,
mean, it's really
yeah,
next month that things
yeah,
really start to change anyway. So, not even remotely. I mean, I think the Capricorn pileup is just people feel like, okay, putting their head down and trying to focus and where they can be industrious and where they can be, you know, start to put their effort and start to plan, but it's really next month.
I mean, when the Capricorn energy hit, that's when I was like, I'm launching 2 brands right now.
It's amazing. I mean, this little girl is making you so fertile on every level. I mean,
Yeah. Oh my God. You're being overtaken. Are you okay?
I am okay. Molly, you're so bossy. I mean, she really does this. Like
That's so cute. You're like Ace Ventura.
Well, I don't think I've ever seen Ace Ventura. You said that last time.
Well, you have to watch it.
Is he a vet?
He's a pet detective. He's got pet. He has a special.
Sure, pet detective. Right, that does ring a bell.
Yeah, he has a special connection to animals, and so he solves pet-related crimes. It's really, really fucking funny. It's so good.
Amazing. I feel like we need some Jim Carrey back.
That's
Not
the other thing.
Jim Carrey.
It's those types of movies too, where it's just like slapstick as fuck, insane concepts that aren't like measured against a metric of a market or whatever. It's just like this is a kooky idea about a wild guy who like moons with animals and solves pet crimes. Like this is what I'm fucking talking about.
I mean, he really is the goat.
He is, and he got on like a spiritual journey and like became so like I mean, he just his evolution is also just like so amazing. Obviously,
Yeah.
Jim Carrey movie 1,000 times. Like it's not. I just made my 1.5-year-old watch Ace Ventura. I was like, it's fine. I'm like, everyone's like screen time. I'm like, we're gonna watch an hour and a half film on a comedy fucking workshop.
No,
That's what we're
no,
teaching. I mean, I think there's like beauty and value in that.
100%.
Like, there's something you can't.
And The
There's nothing
Godfather, which my
Asher
mom
can
told me
learn.
I was 3.
There's nothing Asher can learn from Jim Carrey. There's nothing. There's nothing Asher's gonna learn from Miss Rachel that he can't learn from Jim Carrey. But I would never let him watch Miss Rachel.
No.
But
No, but seriously, also long form, not just small clips. Like he has to follow a plot.
like, I want to watch this movie. Stop. Also, I watched the Eddie Murphy documentary, and he talks at length about how watching television and film when he was young and watching characters is what was like influential to him and why he became the way that he is.
I mean, I believe that. I feel like I had my version of that. You know, I
Felt like he wanted to be a part of it.
Hi, Los. Oh my God. Okay, so we are basically at time.
Okay.
Um, I'm sorry if my energy was low today. Today has been a big work day, and so
Normally,
I
I
feel like
think
my energy was low.
no, you're fine. I mean, we do it in the morning normally, and that's
Yeah.
you don't have to complain to me about your energy, girl.
No, but you have a reason.
What I'm just
I mean,
saying,
I guess I'm
you're
Dr.
mad.
Doolittle over here.
Doc, okay. Then we watched Doctor Doolittle. I was like, now we're on the classics.
Daniel and I watched Home Alone 2, thanks at Christmas. It's kind of great.
Really?
Oh my God. We were actually laughing out loud. Like slapstick stupidity.
That's
And
hilarious.
it's we were laughing. Daniel was like, this was such a good choice. And it's like New York in the 90s. So
Oh, the best.
the best. Like it's really worth watching.
Oh, good note.
Saying hi, Hugo.
You watched regular, so we have to put that on.
Oh my God, it's fantastic. Also, do you watch Night Manager? Because CIA stuff is my favorite. It's not CIA, it's like
No,
MI6.
I don't.
Okay, so the first one came out 10 years ago with Tom Hiddleston and Hugh Laurie, and this is the follow-up. And they've only dropped 3 episodes, and we couldn't stop. It's so good.
Yeah, I want to watch it. Right now, I'm binging The Pit.
Oh, I started that, but I was like, I wasn't in the mood. Is it as amazing as everyone says?
It's, like, so good, like, I just
Ah,
love Wiley as an actor is, like,
he is great.
just brings so much compassion, and there's, like,
Yeah,
no acting in his acting.
yeah. All right, I'll give it a try
Like,
again. It's all
Battle of
day.
which is, like, the whole 1st season is just one day,
Yeah.
like, is fucking brilliant.
All right, I'm gonna give it. I got to be in the mood, but It's on my list.
Yeah, I it took me a while to start it because every time I did, I was like, "I don't care about this," but then,
You got into it.
yeah, I got into it, and now I, like, have watched, like, 10 episodes in, like, 3 days.
Oh, I love when that happens. All
Oh,
right.
so good, I'm just like, my child has a nanny, so I can binge watch television.
Hey, man, you are a writer
I
among
mean,
many other
I
things.
do chalk it up to research, but also, like, the level of pregnancy that I am right now.
Watch The Cable Guy. I don't think I've seen The Cable Guy either.
What? Okay, you need to go on Harry deep dive. This is not okay.
Yeah. I feel like I've only seen the serious stuff, like when he played Andy Kaufman.
You started with the series and you didn't go anywhere else? What?
All right, I'm gonna get on it. Okay, they are all going insane and crying over here, and so we're
Okay,
we're
your
gonna have
assignment before our next thing is to watch at least one Jim Carrey
you
comedy.
got it.
Period.
Done.
Okay.
Done. Yeah.
Love you. Thanks for being here, everyone. We'll see you next time.
Mwah.
We're so
Peace
no. Yeah.
almighty. Okay. Okay. I'm in.
Liar, liar.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye.